Hey fangirls and boys, this is Natalie and you're watching Whole Lotta Love, and today's video is on the Unicorn Cosmetics Angel collection. So this collection comes with this palette which is really pretty, very pastel. It's kind of like the sweet sister palette to the last palette they had, which was in the same format, called the Wicked palette. I have that palette, I also use that palette, and I really like it. So I was really excited to try this palette. This collection also comes with different brushes for the face and the eyes, which I try in the video. It also comes with a mirror. It also comes with this kind of bluish sea blue pigment, loose pigment. It comes with lashes, and it also comes with, which I don't use in the video, but it was like part of the collection, and it was about the same price to get the items that I wanted as to just get the whole collection with a few more items. But it also came with this tanning mousse. This is in a baby powder scent. I don't know if I'll try this. I don't typically use these type of products, but you know, it's kind of cool. Maybe it'll give me a reason to try a product like this and check it out, and maybe I'll love it. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely don't use this in the video. So anyway, if you are interested in seeing the Unicorn Cosmetics Angel collection in action, if you are interested in seeing that and how I got this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I've already done my brows, which I just finally got waxed for the first time, probably in like a year and a half at least. There was a pandemic and I hadn't had them done before that, and there might be a little redness, a little swelling, just so if you see that, that's what's going on. So I've done my brows, and I have put the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil Milk on my lids as a primer. Great primer for colorful looks, which is what we're doing today. And I am going to start with my eye look, and I'm going to bust into this Angel Baby palette. This is by Unicorn Cosmetics. This is what the palette itself looks like. So they're both nice. We got the outer unicorn and then the inner packaging, and they're both nice. They're different, but they're nice. And this is what the palette looks like inside. So there's a lot of pretty colors here. I really like these greens at the bottom. I think that gives it like a unique touch. It's kind of like a pretty, you know, almost like pastel, but not quite. But those greens kind of put it in a little bit of a unique direction. This color story, you know, doesn't really seem super familiar to me. So it's pretty exciting. And I've tried their formula before, and it's been really good. And this collection also comes with a mirror, which I really enjoy this mirror. I feel like it actually magnifies slightly. I have to look up to see if that's true, but that's pretty good if, you know, for doing your makeup. So I'm all about these handheld mirrors. They're just great. And this one I couldn't resist. This collection also comes with a brush set. It's a vegan brush set. There's face and eye brushes in here. We're gonna at least try the eye brushes. So this is what the brushes look like. They have some plastic over them, but they have like these angel images. It's like the same angel image all over them, but they're really pretty. And the barrel is like embossed. I don't know if you can see that. So there's like a little pattern on the barrel. Seem like nice brushes. Excited because I don't have to clean or wipe down any of my brushes to do this look. So I'm going to start with this brush. This is really not the type of brush that I typically use, but the other brushes that are like blending brushes are pretty small. I kind of like brushes like this, but there's nothing really in the middle. And this one's like a little, I guess, not tapered, but like pinched, which I also don't like. But I think I'm just going to use this to kind of start the look and like really get that blown out edge. So let's see, what color do I want to start with? I want to try this mint shade. It just looks so light and bright, and I think that would make a good transition, a good starting shade. This is what it looks like on the brush. And I guess they're like arranged like this because they could be like duos. So if you just want to do like something quick, you have like a duo here. Like that would be really cute. Like just this and the kind of peachy champagne shade that it comes with, and all the other little duos. And yeah, it's an interesting format. I mean, I know why some people wouldn't really get down with this, but I think, you know, you got a lot of options here, and the shadows are really good quality from what I previously experienced. So let's get this look started. So this isn't like the most pigmented mint green, but it definitely shows up. I'm glad I used the white base. These colors are pretty pale anyway, so I would like to try to get the pastel pop palette from Menagerie. I know that they have really pigmented pastels in that palette. I haven't used that one in a while. It's really good. That looks really pretty though. Super pretty. And I have all this new space to do eye makeup because I don't have all the extra brow hairs. Very cool. You can see there's definitely kick up in the pan there. I'm gonna take this smaller blending brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Dagger over here. Like matte lavender shade, and I'm gonna go in the crease with this one. Definitely have a lot of fallout, getting a bunch of it on my nose, but barely showing up on my eyes. Try to build that up a little bit more. So yeah, I really didn't get much. I can see it in my mirror, but this, like I said, the mirror, I think it's a little bit magnified. I don't really see it at all in the viewfinder. That purple, I mean, it's not completely missing, but there's definitely not a lot of impact, especially compared to like the Norvina Volume 5, the like shades, and they have like a shade in there that's similar to this one that is 100% more pigmented. So I know it can be done, but I do come across a lot of these purpley tones not really being super pigmented on the eyes. I'm gonna go into this Dreamer shade. Maybe we'll have better luck with this one, even though this looks like it might even be lighter, but who knows, it could be a little bit of a different formula since it's a different tone. Still pretty sheer. I'm gonna have to go in something deeper. I guess that's a good base. I think I'm gonna work with a few more shades that are a little bit deeper though, because that's just it's not building up really. I'm gonna put one more shade in the crease. I'm gonna put the shade Baby. This one should be a little bit better, hopefully. I'm gonna use this same small blending brush. Okay, I think we're slowly starting to get somewhere. Yeah, this shade is decently pigmented, but I wouldn't say it's super pigmented. It's a little bit light for what it is. But we're finally getting some color in the crease, which is nice. I'm just going back into that mint shade that we started with, the Saint shade, just buffing this out a little bit. I feel like of all those light colors, like this one was the best one of the purple and the blue are really not pigmented enough or at all. So here's what we have going so far. This is called Angel Baby. So far it's incredibly soft, this look, which, you know, is fine, but we'll see what we can do to build it up even more. I'm just gonna go into the shade Thorn, which I didn't expect to do, but this is like the darkest shade in the palette, and I just want to get some depth going using the same small blending brush. We're just gonna go on the outer with this, just to add a little something. So that's Harmony on the outer edge. Again, not super pigmented. I guess they were really going for like very light, soft tones in this palette. But it's interesting because it's kind of encouraging me to layer many different shades, and they all seem to be working. It's not looking super muddy yet or anything. This is actually the darkest shade of the palette, and I think I'm gonna go in with that, even just a little touch of that on the outer edge, even though we put the green down. Just since we've like layered all these different shadows, why not? And this is a little more of a tapered, slightly smaller blending brush than the one we were using before. I just realized these brushes have numbers on them. This is the UC15 brush. So that's what we have going. I think we're gonna leave it there. I might go back into the green shade just a little bit, the deeper green. This is the UC17 brush. I think I want to go into this purple shade Hope on the lid. And I have this brush here. This is like kind of like a smudger brush. The only other option I have is this one, which I kind of used, which I did use in the above the crease. So I'm gonna go in with this one, but there isn't something in between, which I would typically use something smaller than this, but like a little bit bigger than this to pack on the lid. This is the UC9. And again, we're gonna go into this lavender shade Hope, shimmer for the lids, and I'm gonna wet it because so this is like a soft dimethicone kind of metallic shade, and there's definitely more impact with this than there are with any of the mattes that I tried, so at least we're getting something. I think that looks pretty good, and I'm gonna go back with the UC15 brush back into the brown shade Harmony just to get that outer edge of the metallic just a little bit so that they blend nicely. Okay, so that's what we have going so far. It is super soft look. I really wish I would have kind of worked with some of these shades instead of the lighter ones that I tried. Instead of the purple and the blue, I wish I would have gone in with like some of these types of shades over here. I just feel like there's not really any impact. I mean, yes, it's a pastel palette. It doesn't even look like as pastel, but it's like super pastel, super pale. I'm not sure I'm loving it, but I want to do something in the inner corner. I think I'm going to go into the shade Angel, which is like a pearly gold. I'm going to take this teeny tiny little pencil brush. This is the UC11 brush. I'm just going to put this in the inner corner. You can see that it's pretty. It's a little more peachy than I thought. It's not like super gold, but so that's what I have going so far. A very soft look. I don't hate the way the tones are mixing. I mean, I don't love it either. They do go together, but you know, it's just because I added so many shades in like brown and green, there is that little bit of, it's a little bit like muddy, a little bit grungy. But since it's not like super pigmented, it's just, I'm not sure how I feel about that. How the tones are mixing together, and there's not enough pigment in these mattes at all. Any of them, I should say. I don't know if it has to do with the brushes or, you know, the fact that my face is a little swollen or anything like that, but yeah, it's just not, there's not enough oomph to these shadows. I am going to do some wings, do some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so that's my wings and mascara on. I'm going to put on some lashes because this collection came with some lashes. There were actually 3 lash styles in this collection, but the bundle of the collection only included 2 because I guess the 3rd style was like a little more of an intense style, which is fine because I have smaller hooded lids. I have this style here, which is called Apple Sours. And I also have this style here, which is called Lemon Meringue. So this is definitely the lighter of the 2. This one's a little more heavy. They seem both pretty long and pretty wispy. I feel like I'm gonna go into the Apple Sours, the one that's a little more intense, just because this look, you know, needs some intensity, to be honest. So we're just gonna put the lashes on. I'm gonna do the lashes off camera and I will be back. Okay, so this is the lashes on. I think that they're really pretty. They are nice and dramatic, and I actually didn't have to cut them, which was really nice. Of course, I suck at putting on eyelashes, so I feel like they are definitely lifting in the inner corner. So yeah, so you know my skills are just not there, so I probably look like a goofball, but these lashes are pretty. And I don't really mind that they're super intense because I don't really have much going on my eye. That is a look, just like lashes and just like a little bit of shimmer and, you know, softness on the lid. I mean, that's a cool look. So this is fine. I am going to line my waterline. I'm going to go into the shade Fresh. This is the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner. I'm going to conceal under my lids and do my foundation, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my foundation on. This collection doesn't come with blush. I guess I could use one of the shades in the palette for blush because there are some blushy shades, but I just don't want to since it's not a blush palette, even though I know you can use eyeshadows as blush, and you know this wasn't very pigmented, and I don't, you know, since it's not designed to be blush, I don't necessarily want to deal with patchiness or any weird issues. But I am going to use this Diamond Blood Liquid Highlighter. This is from Baby Bat Beauty. This is in the shade Flare, and it's kind of like NARS Orgasm, the color. It's like very peachy with like golden shimmers running through it. I'm going to actually use this as a blush. Super shiny, fun blush. That is super pretty. It blended out really nicely. It's not like extremely shimmery and glittery on my cheeks. You definitely see the shimmer when you kind of move it in certain light, but there's definitely pigment there. I like this as a blush for sure. I'm gonna put a little bit also on my nose. Just add this to this cherubic blushy look. Yeah, I really like that as a blush. That's super pretty. So the Unicorn Cosmetics Angel collection did come with this loose pigment, which I think I'm gonna try this as highlighter since the eyes are pretty much done. There aren't really any highlighting brushes in this collection, but there is this angled face brush, so I'm hoping with a light touch I can use this as a foundation brush. This is the UC4 brush. That is very pretty, but very pigmented, and I don't have the right brush for it, so we're having a grand old time here. There's definitely a blue cast on my face. Again, I don't know if this was necessarily meant to be used as a highlighter. I think it was probably more for the eyes. And I also have a pretty fair skin tone. I'm just using this Linda Hallberg. This is the 306 brush. This is kind of like a smaller highlighting brush to try to buff that out a little bit better. Like, it looks really nice on this cheek, but I got a little too much on this cheek, and it's like really reflecting blue and dark and stripy. Yeah, this color is a little too dark as a highlight on me. I think I can make it work if I just go in with like a proper brush and just use a very light touch, because it is super reflective and it's a really cool color. It's just, if you put it heavy, it definitely gets, especially on a light skin tone like mine, it definitely starts to have a cast and kind of looks a little shadowy on the skin and a little too blue. But I think I got it to look pretty good. It's just, yeah, that's actually really pretty on the cheek. Okay, so my camera cut out. Basically all I did was finish the eyes. I put this shade Heavenly on the lower lash and I finished off with mascara. This Heavenly shade looks pretty decently pigmented, but I did have to build it up quite a bit, and it was over a tacky concealer that was unset. So, and of course there's like a nice little pretty highlight brush in this collection, which I missed. I think this would have worked really well with this. So I'll try that next time. And I think, you know, this is like a fun, really colorful highlighter, and I really like that. It makes me want to get back into like colorful and like duochrome highlighters, take it back to like 2016, 17, 18 all over again. So I'm gonna finish off with lips. I have this Lime Crime. This is their lip liner, and this is in the shade Poppy. It's like a super corally bright shade. And I'm gonna line my lips with this and fill them in a little bit, but not all the way. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with my camera, but it continues to stop recording on me even though I keep deleting videos, and I still have enough battery for at least a couple minutes, so I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this video done, which sucks, but I just finished with my lips. I used the Lime Crime lip liner, and this is in the shade Poppy, and I used the Cosmetics lip cushion, and this is in the shade Angeloff. And basically overall I just feel like the mattes in this palette are like very sheer and not very pigmented. I don't know if that's what they were going for. It's just a little bit strange to me because it does look like it has some depth when you actually look at the palette, but on the eyes there's not really much. I'm glad I had these big lashes and, you know, that cool pigment to put on my cheeks to kind of give it something else. And this lip, you know, it's pretty coral. I probably should have gone for something a little more of like a peachy nude or a pinky nude. I think I would have liked that a little better, but this is what we have going here. So yeah, I think that this is an okay look. I think that the eyes really did come together. They do look very nicely blended, very soft, and I definitely really like the lashes, and the cheeks look great. So that completes this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and have a good one. Bye guys.